Good morning, my friends, and welcome to a whole nother amazing week at building trails. You know what I'm saying? So we're back up here at this little chip seal driveway that we're going to be finishing. I got to move this pile of rock because we just got this little area right here in front of me to be able to get finished chip sealing. And then we're going to be heading back to the other trail where I was digging and putting a little dirt on the side, and then we would compact it. And I'll explain more of what that stuff means whenever we're there at that. But for now, I just need to get all this rock moved. There's a car in the way, so I don't want them to get blocked in or anything, but we got to leave the rock right here that onto the driveway that we've already finished. And then we're gonna spray the emulsion on it, and then we're gonna just move the rock back over it and spread it and go on from there. You know what I'm saying? Today and tomorrow, I believe we might be here, or maybe only today. Maybe we get done today. I don't know. It's still a couple of tidying up. It's still a couple of tidying up things that we need to do. And yeah, it's just a wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? It's a Monday, but it's the beginning of a new week for building trails. Man, I'm so thankful and excited. Right now, this is the machine that I'm running. I'm running a 265 cat with a Hydra bucket on it. Got a float bucket as well. It floats, so then you can just pull back and it stays where you need it to on the ground. Air ride seats in it. It's a big machine, but it is nice. I'm loving it. It's like a palace in here. Like I said, we're gonna get the rock moved and then move on from there. It's a cool and crisp day. It's gonna be in the 70s all week. So long summer and hello fall. It's a wonderful time of year. It's backpacking time. Start trail running more, so we got some more trail running to start happening in the future. I hope y'all have a great week. Let's get this day started. Okay. All right, so let's walk over the bucket and how the skid steer moves and such, okay? So this is your bucket. You go left and it tilts it up. You go right, it tilts it down. You pull backwards, the whole bucket goes up. You push it down, the whole bucket goes down. This, you move left, you're going left. You tilt it right, you're going right. You go backwards, you're gonna go backwards. You go forward, you're gonna go forward. You know what I'm saying? Them are the basic controls. Them are the basic controls. Now you're a skid steer expert. Let's freaking go. That's the skid steer emulsion tank that attaches to the skid steer so we can finish up little spots.
On a steeper side of the trail. That's just a fall line rill is what I call it. And then there's like the perpendicular rills that happen because you build a bench and the hill's above you and the hill's beneath you. So that's coming across this way. Those are the rills you want.
But they should be coming down at a V and meeting at certain places, or
no, they should be perpendicular to the trail.
No, I'm saying they should all whatever's coming down should come down and then meet in one area. And
ideally,
go across. Okay.
Yeah, that's called a centralized drain.
Yep.
And then when you do contour trail that bends back, and then you have a trail beneath that trail, and then a trail beneath that trail.
Oh, like okay, so the switchbacks.
Yeah, switchbacks is also considered like contour trail. Essentially what you want to do is wherever you put drains along those straights that turn into the switchbacks, you want all those to aim at the drains on the trail beneath it.
Oh, okay, so then they just stay in a line.
Yep. So that repairs are centralized rather than spread out. Yeah. Now the whole trail should still angle and you're still going to get rills along, like 5-year period. You're going to see damage, but it minimalizes the maintenance on it.
All right, on to day 2 of this beautiful, amazing work. We just finished this little area. Now I'm just gonna go down, clean off some ridges and rocks. All of this stuff right here, all the sediment and everything that's sitting on top of these rocks that we just kind of pushed over to the side for now. I gotta go back and clean it up. We're at the end of the job. Once we get done with cleaning up this and then blowing it all off and moving a couple of things and doing a couple more things, like just off a little checklist, while we move in a bunch of equipment to the shop and such like that. And we'll be back at the other trail where we're working on the actual trail. I don't know if you could tell the difference, but there is a difference and it looks pretty good. Now I just gotta head over to this culvert and this rock pile and clean up that area. Then I gotta go to the next one and the next one and clear off all the ridges that's on the side of the road that's back through here. That's what today consists of, besides moving equipment, back to the shop, and then heading home until we get to go work on trail tomorrow. We're actually working on more trail tomorrow, so that's exciting. I'm feeling a little under weather today. Don't feel too good. All right, we just had some lunch. I had some steak tacos. They were amazing. My wife makes some great food, so no complaints on my behalf about that. Now we're gonna hop in the skid steer. I gotta shovel a little bit of rock into the skid steer because it's right up on the emulsion that we laid and the rock that we pressed, and we don't want to mess that up with the skid steer bucket. So I'm gonna shovel all the rock into the skid steer bucket. Clay is down there moving some rocks over to a culvert to be able to better protect it because some of it's showing. I believe that will really be the end of our day. The rock all shoveled and put up. We're gonna see what Clay's doing. Clay's moving some big rock right now.
So essentially, when you're operating a skid steer and you're going up and down steep grades and you have stuff in the bucket, whether it be materials, equipment, let's just say in this case equipment, and getting rid of trash and stuff we use on the job for chip seal, those emulsion buckets have all that emulsion in it. If you spill it on this driveway, that's a huge, whatever.
Yeah,
so in order to keep it in the bucket when you're going down a steep grade, the mass of the essentially the boom has to be up a little bit, because the further it is up, the steeper the bucket angle.
Okay.
So you don't want it like high.
Yeah.
But you want it like where you can kind of barely ever see it when you're coming down this. Let's just say this is 17% grade for 200 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You want to raise it gently, do small movements so it doesn't spill out. The worst thing is when you're carrying something and it spills out the bucket and you just run over it, or slam the brakes. Because if you slam the brakes on this now with the finished surface,
it's going to scrape up all the finished chip seal, and it's going to add a lot more problems with the chip seal spilling.
That's it. Exactly. So
makes sense.
Also, the issue, or something that you could run into with having the bucket higher, is then you have more room between the bottom of the, sorry, my stomach. The bottom of the bucket to the ground is a further distance. So if you do tip, you're going to be super tilted. So in order to go down a hill effectively, a lot of people say back down it. And I would say do that, but in this case, we can't turn on this chip seal. So we have to be careful going down forward. Because if you're going down backwards, it's good to go. You have crispy, clean backup cameras and all kinds of stuff. You can just look at it and you have perfect guidelines on those new 265s. Like, it's easy to back up into those things. Yeah. But the reason for going down forward is because you're already facing this way. Okay. So you don't want to turn on the chip seal. You want to think about all your process in one direction. So in order to come down the hill, keep it up a little bit and just go slow, consistent and slow. Don't back off. But don't gas it, because if you fluctuate that speed, it's going to cause a tilting. Okay. Yeah. So again, one of those simple things that's like over explaining to people who have already operated machines, but something that even a professional will forget in a fast, like, we need to get out of here situation where, like, we're trying to wrap up the job site. We have several punch list items that we're trying to do. There's several people here.
Still got to be mindful of the job that you've already completed, and you don't want to mess it up.
Right, because now it's like a surgical procedure of getting out, because we're working over finished product. Yeah. So that's essentially why I over it.
We gotta dig this ditch out, which it's already been dug out, as you can see right through here. Up here it gets a little swampy, so we needed a bigger machine to get back in here and dig up the trench right there. There was a huge storm that came through last year, and it set all this sand and sediment, and it was all level with the ground all the way across right there. and it covered up that culvert down there, which is the drain pipe. That is a culvert. So we came through, well, Jason did, came through, dug all of this stuff out. So then the water will initially just stay in this drain. We were gonna go up through here, but it's a little swampy with the smaller machine. So we got the bigger machine out, so it'll be able to power through that little swampy area, and we could dig out this little trench even further back to the next culvert, and it essentially, hopefully stop any kind of flooding that happens throughout in here. Clay is in the bigger machine right now, digging out the trench, making it bigger and wider and deeper, so then it won't flood back here anymore. Bigger, wider, and deeper. That's what she said. And the bucket that we have on it is an inch con. See that 360 action? It's very nice, ain't it? Look at that. Look at all the movements that it's got. It's got better dance moves than me. As I said back there, we're gonna be digging out this drain and everything, making it deeper so then it doesn't flood. As you can see, it's flooded all through there, and we're trying to prevent that now. And so, yep, now we're gonna walk through all of this. And he's having to pull himself through the mud. That's why we have the bigger machine, so if it does sink, he can still get himself out. I can get out of here, but this is like pretty much what we were working with the entire time at another project. Where the mud would just flow right over the top of the tracks and stuff. I mean, the entire project, all throughout winter, this is what it does with this machine. It just... Well, I'm glad it's this bigger, stronger machine. Yeah. That's for sure, because that smaller machine would have definitely been stuck down here. Yeah. I mean, this one might get stuck. I don't know. What do you have to pull this one out with? Oh, man. You don't want to know. My God. Now what he was just doing there is picking himself up and pulling himself out of that ditch that he had buried himself in. The tracks is so soggy and wet down in here, and it's starting to get cold, so it's not gonna dry like he was saying. So he definitely needed to just pull himself out a little bit and be able to reposition himself. And that's the good thing about these bigger machines, is that they'll be able to pull themselves out, dig themselves out of a sticky situation as in getting stuck with like a smaller machine and such. So as you can see, we're still going down with the trench. We're gonna go all the way back up to this little culvert right here. And then, yeah, that pretty much sums up this job. What will be coming next, we'll be working on some more trail and everything in the next video. I got some more adventure videos coming up. I just went on my first trail run, so that was badass. But anyways, I will see y'all in the next adventure, my friends. I'm so thankful to have this job and so thankful to be able to do these things, go hiking on the trails that I'll be building, and everybody else will be able to hike on them as well. And trust me, we'll be getting out and doing bigger adventures. I still have the full Grayson Highlands backpacking loop that I will be doing. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. That's coming up soon. I will see y'all in the next adventure, my friends. Dukems out. Oh, just yeah. No, that's not your fault. It's my. I wasn't watching. Look at the tracks. I know. I seen you just pull yourself, and I was explaining what was happening with it. Dude,